Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Brahma Meris Triparan Takare. Banu Shashi Bhumi Sito. Buddha Shah Guru Shah Shukra. Shani Rahu Keteva. Sarve Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. Om Hrim Brisapatiye Namaha. Well, greetings and welcome to another episode of KozmicKev100. Formerly known as Cosmic Cream, formerly known as the Planetary Persuader. We've had a lot of different incarnations of this show, but it's KozmicKev100. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this show. Don't forget to share it with a friend. Thank you for your comments. You people are beautiful. You are wonderful. And thank you for coming here and just allowing me to feed you a little bit of these astrological teachings. Now this is for Friday the 23rd of December 2022 through the 29th of December 2022. And it's a big week, folks. We've got Mercury going retrograde Thursday morning this week. So all you people with lots of Virgo or Gemini in your chart, be warned, it's coming, the Mercury retrograde. And so those of you who have holiday travel plans, I would say it's best to go early. Yeah, go early, come back early. It's also like, wow, so Cosmic Kev, when is Mercury going to go direct? I thought, gosh, you know what? That's a really good question. And I'm glad you asked. Let's see. Okay. Mercury goes direct. Well, on, it looks like Wednesday the 18th of January, okay? So that's a little bit of a way, all right? That's a little bit of time away. So, yeah, if you've got plans for that President's Day weekend, know that they're bound to be in flood. That's Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, by the way, that weekend, I think. The 15th was his actual birthday. So anyhow, there will be a Mercury retrograde period. So let's talk about the moon today. Okay, moon is in near the center of the Milky Way galaxy in a lunar mansion known as Mula. So the nakshatra of Mula. I know. It is. It's kind of like the scariest, I guess, nakshatra in the zodiac in some ways. And like here we are, you know, it's Yule time, and we're in this cocoon of darkness, right? The last several days, if you were at New Grange in Ireland, people, I guess they take lottery tickets to be there because they have this cave where the kings and queens and royalty was buried that only lights up on winter solstice because the sun's at that angle and it just comes right in there. So people, you know, it's a very reverent experience from what I know. And they do it from, I guess, the 19th through the 23rd. People come in there and they watch the sun light up this cave. And so, you know, but the light's returning, folks, so that's the beautiful thing. Mula, what is she about, you know? She's ruled by Ketu. Ketu is our spirituality. It's the body without a head. It's the karma that we have to deal with. It is our subconscious. It is the 14 generations of ancestral memory that each of us have in our brain. Yeah, so they say that Naritri, the ruling deity of Mula, is the goddess of calamity. That she's a lot like Kali in some ways. They're like, oh boy. And the other thing about Naritri is that she shows you what you don't need anymore in life. You know, the thing about Ketu as a ruling planet, it's not really a planet, it's a graha though, it's a grabber, it grabs on our energy. You know, it's Rahu and Ketu that make eclipses of the sun and the moon. And so, the Ketu also brings us, shows us that we're spirit and we're not material. You know, Rahu's a little more ambitious, we'll say. And K2's like, who needs that? You don't really need it, you know? People that are light backpackers that just take a little bit, that's K2. That's K2 causes that type of thing. People that are sadhus in India, you know, the people that like are naked, covered up with ash, and you know may have like a chillum to sacramentally use cannabis or something, and their mala, you know, they are K2. You know, that is the thing. And so one of the things I'd say about this new moon is telling us simplify. You know, do not clutter your life with a lot of BS. Because what ultimately happens, there's a wisdom with K2. K2 is the first graha that appears in the dasha system, folks. Yeah, that's right. This is the birth. This is what Ashvini is ruled by. This is what Maga is ruled by. You know, and this is what Mula is ruled by. And Mula is about roots, getting to the roots of things. You know, there's roots in healing. There's roots in herbs, roots like turmeric, roots like ginger, roots like garlic, roots like burdock. Roots like comfrey, roots like echinacea. There's tremendous value of healing in these roots. The root of ashwagandha. There's so many roots that bring healing. And Naritri is really beautiful. She's more like, hey, I notice you're going through some calamity right now. I really want to help you with this. Yeah, I get it. You've lost everything. And I know there's a lot of sadness. But I'm going to build you on something that's real. I'm going to take you on this adventure called moksha. It's called liberation, and you're going to be the most free, you're going to be the most happy that you've ever been in your life, and you're going to be able to connect more freely with other people because you're going to be going from deep truth. You're not going to be just this surfacey, you know, oh my goodness, did you see who won the Oscars? Oh my God, did you see who's going to be in the Super Bowl? It's not that kind of stuff, you know. You know, Mula's about the deep stuff. Yeah. Oh, I heard you lost your mother. I'm so sorry. You know, I heard you lost your father. I heard you lost a child. You know, Naritri knows about these deep, deep, deep woundedness, you know, and that all of us in our journey in life, we will someday experience this type of thing. Here where I live in Butte County, California, in 2018, when Saturn was in Mula Nakshatra, we had an incredible fire that displaced more people than any fire in the history of California. That we know of, anyhow, at this point. And yet so many of those people who survived it said to me, you know what, it was the greatest thing that ever happened in my life. I won't say most, but many had said that. It was the most liberating thing that ever happened to me. And there's just a foundation of a real kind of wealth that comes from such losses. So I'm not here to scare you or anything, but I'm saying go deep, folks. Don't look at the surface. Don't trust the news. Don't trust corporate media. You know, legacy media right now. There are like basically a couple of big corporations that own almost all the big businesses, Vanguard and BlackRock, and they're owned by people like Rockefeller, Rothschilds, all that kind of stuff. Walton family, there's a few really wealthy families, and they make decisions and they don't really give a lot of consideration as how it's going to affect the weakest members of our society. And yet all of you are equal. In God's eyes, in the Mother's eyes, in Goddess's eyes, you are all equal and important. And I want this stripping down to bring you what is real, and that is soul purpose. That is our root. That's where we come from. We come from soul, people, and we are going to return to soul. And if you're not working on your soul, you got nothing. You know, as Christian rock singer Larry Norman said, without love, you ain't nothing. Anyhow, look at this stellium of planets in Capricorn right now, folks. In Western astrology, you know. So in Vedic astrology, moon's in Sagittarius. That's where we'd see, I mean, if we could see it, it's a new moon. It'd be in that constellation of darkness. But we're going to have amazing truth come out in the next 2 weeks because of this Mula Nakshatra. She's all about the roots, folks. And, you know, every now and then Babylon has to run. Every now and then that tower falls, folks. Yeah. So let's talk Aries. So Aries, you know, in the Western tropical zodiac, Capricorn time is about performance. It's about being at work, doing your career dharma. And right now you're bringing so many gifts to the table. You're transforming things and giving insights with Pluto. The moon is here. So you've got this vision of what can be done. Venus is there. Mercury's there. Venus gives you love in the workplace. Mercury gives you intelligence in the workplace and innovation. And the Sun gives you like kind of sole purpose to rock and shows you that you're a leader this week. And so a lot of your leadership capabilities are going to come out, even if it does give you a little bit of attention. You know, you're going to make it work this week. That's all I have to say, really. I mean, Mars is in Gemini still. And the thing is, Gemini's 8 from the 8th. This is going to be a transformation for you. You know, this is going to be a change. But Mars in the 3rd house gives courage. And it's the Karaka. It activates courage. So just take courage as you get this new responsibility. Greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. You know what, Taurus? I think you've been pretty good. And I think you deserve a good reward right now. And so this reward, this forecast is for you. Some of the greatest blessings come from the 9th house. Some say it's the luckiest house in the zodiac. You've got a stellium of grahas in the 9th house right now. This is your father. These are teachers. These are people that just want to shower blessings on you. And one thing I realized too is that not everyone who's blessed me have I been able to bless them. And not everyone that I bless is able to bless me, but that's okay. You know, we can't just give to people that are just going to give back to us. We really need to give to those who really can't give back a lot of times. And don't worry, you know, Mula Ketu, you know, there's like this spiritual purpose that's recording everything. Because it's in your 9th house, you know, which is kind of like Sagittarius, like the sidereal version of this. You know, and most of you are sidereal Aries. It's like you're going to get some blessings. and you know, to my best Taurus friends, I just say you deserve it. And I want you to thrive and prosper. It's exciting. It's exciting doing this. Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. You've got the power! I just wanted to say that. Yeah, okay, so Danger Will Robinson, we do have Mercury retrograde on Thursday. Well, what does that tell me? It happens on a Thursday. What is Thursday? Thursday's a Jupiter day. What does Jupiter want us to do? Wants us to go to church, go to temple, go to the mosque, get together with a satsang of spiritual followers. Look within. Take this time from Thursday to the 18th of January to make major consciousness spiritual improvements. You know what the name for Mercury is in Sanskrit? It's Buddha. That name predates all Siddhartha Buddha. This is before the Buddha was even born, folks. And it's about consciousness. It's about being an advocate for women. And it's being an advocate for those who are sick or disabled, helping them with something green on a Wednesday. You know, that'll help improve. That means Mercury's closer with us. So Mercury is in, you know, Capricorn. And so, you know, and see if that's true in both sidereal. It's an interesting thing to think about here, folks. Yeah, actually Mercury goes retrograde right as it hits sidereal Sagittarius, which is interesting, and it's, you know, retrograde in Western Capricorn. So, I mean, what this tells me is, you know, once again, you know, I'm not far off the mark here, folks. Is just go deep, you know, go start a practice, start meditating, start praying. I like doing the mantras because they kind of give your mind something to focus on, and you know, one really blessed mantra is honoring just the divine feminine is Om Shri Mate Namaha, Om Shri Mate Namaha, Om Shri Mate Namaha. And I just say, you do this mantra, it is going to bless you, and then do some blessings. Some blessings, you know, you might know some women or girls that have had some heartaches, some really rough stuff, and just giving a blessing to them is going to help during this Mercury retrograde time. And just don't take on any new projects. Thank you. And have courage, you know, like Mars retrograde. Mars is going to go direct eventually, so, you know, next month. So you're going to get that juice you need to move forward, okay? All right, greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. So New moon in your 7th house. This could be a real change in relationships. It could bring calamity. And here's the thing that K2 teaches us. We are not our body. We are not our possessions. We are not these material things that we want to clamp onto with our cancer claws for dear life, and I get it. Have some nice guitars. I should bring them out. Yeah. We're making partnership. We're making karma. And it's also like if you're looking for a new job as a Cancer or trying to get into another career, this is a good time for self-promotion. Everything's changing. There's a lot of activity there in the 7th house. So everything in your relationship right now, if it feels a little bit heavier than usual, yeah, folks, it's weighted. As a Jyotishi, as a practitioner of Vedic astrology, and what I know about this is like, we don't say it's good to have planets in the 7th house. Western astrologers will say that, but no. We need spaciousness in relationships, folks. And just taking space. It's, when you're really attracted to someone and you're at distance and there's just a slow approach, isn't there this beautiful magnetism that takes place? I mean, this is what the art of Tantra is really about in relationships, is just feeling that connection and allowing it to gently envelop, where instead of this, big whammy, wham bam, thank you ma'am, emotional jarring orgasm, it's more like, oh, it's just a slow ride to ecstasy, folks, and the ecstasy just keeps building and building into this deliciousness. I'm feeling it, and I want you to be able to feel that with your partner and stuff right now. And as you go through the week, just be receptive to other people and what they're feeling and what they're doing. Especially Christmas Day, it's going to be a little bit out of control. It's going to feel a little bit like other people's power and money. Just stay chill on that day, okay? And, Mercury retrograde, like what I said to Gemini, same to you, Cancer, because you're mostly sidereal Geminis anyhow, so. And the ones who hate when they find out they're sidereal Cancer, greetings, Leo. I mean, if you're born after the 16th, probably not, but, of August. But, yeah, anyhow, then you're a Leo. Yeah. But, yeah, greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. So we've got this new moon, and it's in your 6th house, and the 6th house is house of obstacles and stuff, and so it's like, you're all like, oh, I was being so generous in Sagittarius time, now I feel like I'm in a big hole, It's okay. You can never outgive God. You can never outgive the Divine Mother. You can never outgive that source of good. And that source of good wants to reward you. Now, there's some, this Mula Nakshatra is like, this is hard work. And maybe you've been ignoring your health issues. Like, I can do whatever I want, and just, eat candy bars and, and bacon and flour products all day long and think I'm going to be okay, but, or seed oils, and the truth of the matter is, man, that stuff's going to get you. It's going to get you bad, We don't want to be got bad because there's enough environmental things happening to us getting us bad. So just really making a new start on your own diet and your life, like a resolution to take care of your health, especially with this Mercury going retrograde thing. Later on this week, it's just like, that would be such a gift to give to yourself right now. And then, people at your workplace that you may have some conflicts with, just compassionate communication, get to that place of like, where you really are concerned about them, how they're doing, and, and that there's a place of resolve. Because really, all we can give ourselves is peace of mind within us that we've done the best thing, the right thing to do right now. And so, working on your health, working on stabilizing your long-term relationships, and keep on with the Dharma. Keep on, if you're a Christian, keep reading the Bible. Keep praying, in Jesus' name, and keep inviting the Holy Spirit to live with you. If you're Jewish, stay devoted to Adonai. Stay devoted to Adonai. Open yourself up to the fact that Adonai had a wife named Ashira. And these are like our divine parents that are looking out over us. So beautiful. And if you're a Buddhist, keep on. Stay in that place where you're bringing more compassion and tolerance on every angle. And if you're Muslim, just honoring Allah, and that the jihad's an inner thing. It's not you fighting other people, You know, it's fighting the infidel in yourself. You know, that's what it's about. So just all of us just staying on our path, staying in our prayer rugs, doing what it takes to get there. And if you're, you know, a practicer of the Vedic and the Hindi stuff, you know, just stay devoted every day. Stay devoted to the energy that the Creator gave us with the grahas and this form of Dharma. All right, lovely Virgo, so nice to be with you right now. Yeah, I mean, it is a Mercury retrograde week beginning with Thursday. Let's talk about Mula Nakshatra. So, I mean, most of you are Leos in Vedic astrology. Some of you who are, you know, early degrees of Virgo risings are Magha Nakshatra, which is Ketu ruled. So actually you're going to do, you people are going to do really good with this new moon. I'll be really honest with you. You're going to do better than most because this new moon's in your 5th house, you know, and this is about, bringing down the love, opening the heart. Look at you. You're so full of creativity right now. You're so full of love and divine leadership and wisdom. Good things are coming your way. And even in partnership, if your partnership's based on prayer and spirituality, it is going to thrive. There's nothing God likes better than a godly relationship between a couple. You know, that is, you know, because like when you're in love, it doesn't matter even if you're gay couple, doesn't matter. I mean, to me, it's like if you're bringing God in and you're doing good works together, that's all that counts. We need more love. There's no forbidding. Love is love, and this is where we have to go in our relationships with the world right now, is take it to the place of love. Live as holy a life as you can, and not so much like you're, you know, afraid to eat the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, you know, but in that your focus is on giving and living and bringing compassion and tolerance in the world in a good way. Devotion, path of devotion. You're looking strong though right now, Virgo, and I just see you doing great things right now. And take time for yourself too, so that you can give yourself that inner loving and nurturing you need during this Mercury retrograde period coming up. All right, so greetings to Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. Yeah, we're halfway there. So what I'm seeing is there is a need to see divinity within your own home space. You know, like beautify your house right now. Beautify your space. Make it like a temple. Make it like an ashram. Some things may be going down there where you kind of have to clean up, get rid of the bad energy, you know. Sage the place, you know, open the door, let in some fresh air, you know, that's part of what needs to go on right now. And that inner space, like, are you nurturing your inner love? That, you know, a lot of Libras get caught up in the romantic relationships. I know this Western Libras, you know, and it's not out there, it's in here. Create that inner space of peace and love. Especially with Mercury retrograding, most of you are sidereal Virgos. This Mercury retrograde, you know, it's going to be in a foundational place. So it's like, let's bring some peace together. You know, we got, you know, Venus, Pluto, and Mercury all kind of together, and they're just sort of like, we're simmering with you right now. We're simmering. The sun wants to guide you, but it's like, hey, enough of this materialistic BS right now. Let's get to the root of healing. And you know, devotion to your mother. If you have issues with your parents or older relatives, this is a time where that would happen. Well, hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. You know, this new moon is about your siblings, your relationship to your brothers and sisters, your relationship to your neighbors. Your relationship to the environment, working with your hands, doing your projects, communicating. What kind of information do you feed yourself? You know, I watched this YouTube video of Ram Dass recently that was out in the theaters probably several years ago about his whole life basically, and even after his stroke. And it's just so much humility, such a beautiful expression of spiritual truth and surrender. You know, even though he wrote this best-selling book, Be Here Now, even though he used to be Richard Alpert from this prominent upper middle class Jewish family in Boston, that he met somebody, you know, that named the Maharishi, and he wanted to meet somebody that who could tell him all about his life and what he was going through, and that there's a path of devotion, and that in that path he doesn't, and it's in every religion, folks, it's in every path. You know, Ram Dass, one of my greatest teachers, you know, Ram Dass means servant of God. You know, what an honorable role to have. And let's help our siblings, let's help our neighbors this holiday time. You know, Mercury going to retrograde, it's actually going to do you good because you're going to get smarter. Mercury's in your third house. You're going to be fine, Scorpio. You just keep doing your research. You just keep looking out and up. You got Jupiter and Neptune in the fifth house. You want to do the dance of Shiva. You want to do the Shakti dance. You know, you want to be like Lakshmi right now and Saraswati and just loving the divine energy and just dancing with it. That's your purpose, okay? All right. Greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. This is a big shift for you economically. A lot of people I hear are getting laid off, like in the industries down in LA and big cities. My brother lives. I live in a place where it's agriculture and education mostly, and beer, I guess. And so all those things, people always do those things. Weed, I guess. You know, you'll always do those kind of things, you know, for some reason. We're always needing to eat. We're always needing to kind of entertain ourselves and educate ourselves, which gives a sense of, you know, some kind of security, I suppose. But you know, it's a big thing, and we have to look at our values. A lot of times, second house transits are about our family and family members and what they're going through. So it's time to kind of take a good look at that. You know, Jupiter is now in Aries, so that's bringing you a lot of love in your heart, actually, and it's kind of lifting up the energy a lot. And the Neptune that's in your fourth house, you know, that is going to be about, you know, just creating a little temple altar environment in your own house so that, you know, you're thinking about godly stuff. You're thinking about higher stuff right now. Happy things, loving things. All right. Greetings, Capricorn. It's all about you, baby. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of thinking about this, you know, I'm going to myself, I'm like, God, this new moon is kind of like right on my moon. Thank you. I really appreciate you so much. I can't say enough, you know, these have been some tough times, I think, for people, economically, emotionally, even medically. People during the lockdowns couldn't get a lot of the services they need. There's been shortages of goods. There's been attack on farmers. There's been attacks on truck drivers. There's been attacks generally on working people that are like on ground level. Let's look at this, people. How often I've seen in the last 42 years leadership that wants to villainize the most vulnerable and yet most necessary people. Let's not do that. Let's love and nurture each other so we can do better work. That's the essence. That's what we're here for. And you know this. You have Pluto in your first house right now. That's insights. You've got Mercury really close to you. You're going to get more insights. You know, Venus is there. You're going to bring it with love and grace. There's no reason. You know, you're in your heart right now. You're doing the work. This is a great week. It's a great new beginning for you. And, you know, you're here for that greatness. Okay, Mars is sort of far away. It's like kind of running the show over there in Gemini, you know, so that's sixth house. Like, get in shape, eat better, do better things, drive out the evil in your health, drive out the evil in your work environment, but mostly all drive out the evil within you. You know, good time for like a fast or just a cleanse, eating just nothing but really healthy stuff. That's good. Greetings, Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope. Whoop, whoop. You know, going the slow way is better. A lot of times, you know, I would say my word to wisdom to Aquarius is go the scenic route, you know. Capricorn time is about your 12th house, so it's a house of loss, you know, but it's also the house of the ashram, It's a house of going to the monastery. It's a house of getting educated, going to some kind of spiritual summit or seminar. I think, a lot of things have been done Zoom and out of person because people are afraid of germs and whatnot. But I think, God, I've learned, if anything I've learned in these last 3 years is how much we're connected with each other. We need to stay connected with each other. And being in person, that's how people get darshan, if you get a hug from Mama. That's how it happens. It happens in person. So if you're healthy enough and you're confident enough, be in person, be in person with each other. Be connected. And in your isolation, you might have to be isolated for the next several weeks, because 12th house is pretty isolating. It's a house of losses, and my compassion goes out to you if you've been one of those people who experience losses. But here's the good news: this is temporary, okay? Yeah, this is just temporary. Sun's going to be in Aquarius, the 20th of January, and the sun will be out longer. Everything will start feeling a little better. The 17th, Saturn moves into sidereal Aquarius, and it's all about connection. So I'd say focus on how you want to be connected and where you want to hold back and be alone. And that's going to get you through. That's going to get you through fine. And, Mula, she's like, this is going to be good for you. Just relax. I know it doesn't feel good right now, but it's going to ultimately be good. All right. Greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. So you've got that great guru wisdom of Jupiter right now in your first house. Capricorn time is about friends that help you. It's about bosses and leaders that help you. It's about having connections with high people. It's also a place where you make some money. So you're still making money. You're still doing things. It's like there's still people spending money, making money after the holidays, and you're going to be one of those people. It's cleaning up. In fact, I like the idea of Christmas being extended and later celebrations, just keeping it going, like from winter solstice to Julian Christmas, January 6th. I like that. It's just like, because we're just getting used to things getting dark, and they're only getting a little bit lighter every day, but it's just like more love, more celebration, less of just that consumer holiday. I'm all in Advent, and I like Hanukkah, but I like just carrying the ball of celebration. And you're really a celebrated person. You're really able to throw the best party you've ever thrown in your life. You'll probably throw a New Year's party if you're a Pisces. I kind of think that. Maybe not all of you, but some of you will. And or a holiday party right now before Christmas. Christmas Day is going to be Moon in Aquarius. It might be more of a lay low day for you, and that's okay too. Sometimes we need those lay low days, But I think that, a lot of you have deep spiritual values. Some of you are so sensitive that you drowned your pain in drugs and alcohol, or so aware of that you avoid all those things. And it's just like, take a lesson from Virgo. Just do some practical stuff, your opposite sign. Eat right, do a little service work to help others, get yourself organized, get yourself a little schedule, and just kind of keep with it, Keep with the practice. We're moving into a new year now. It really is a new year because winter solstice has passed, and my wish and my will is that we all shine in the light and bring out our best qualities in ourselves and each other, and make more room to share all these good things for the betterment of each other. Blessings on you, your families, your households, your friends, all your endeavors. I love you. Thank you for your comments. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification, like. Keep it coming, friends. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Tat Sat.